Hello, this matter never finish. Oh. We see the verse. Wetin happen on this Kemi matter. Wetin she talk. Please, so before we continue, don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video. At the end, drop your opinion, okay? Again, look at it.
I do. But remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, "Oh, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white," I was like, "Well," I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country, so people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive when I was burgled, for example. The police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the person. This is 2004, so 20 years ago. The police did catch criminals, and now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So the police are the first line of defense for everything, and I think that burden makes it a lot harder for them to actually do the basics, and that's another thing that we need to look at.
They ask some question about UK police. Let me say they get their own problem or carry the matter to Nigeria because Nigeria na dopey ground. So we have 5 people who will talk on this matter today. Rufai will start. After Rufai, I will talk. After me, Asha Yusuf. After Asha Yusuf, Pastor Toby. After Pastor Toby, Ayo. So make we allow Rufai make it talk.
While this tweet is quite apt, we cannot say that the British police is not corrupt either. I mean,
very
what
corrupt.
really is going on here with Kemi Badenoch?
Very corrupt. Couple of things, please, I beg you. Please give me time.
Go ahead.
Good. Very good. Number one, a lot of Nigerians are ignorant of what Kemi is doing. What is Kemi doing? Kemi is subjugating our own people to make Britain look good in the face of white nationalists. It's a deliberate attempt. These white nationalists believed in colonialism. They believed that black people are subservient to them. These were the same people that sold black people in slave markets. So these white nationalists have a mentality. Kemi feeds into the mentality by doing something called confirmation bias, that the black people you subjugated over the years remain down. So it's good for her to say these things bad about her country, so that the white nationalists and the supremacists she's trying to incur her, to get their votes, will continue to support her. And you know why she's doing that? Because she's also in a race with Nigel Farage of Reform Party to show who is more very right-wing and hardline. That's the game she's playing. When she wanted Nigerians vote in knowledge, she reached out to the Nigerian people, but it's a political game she plays. So most of the percentage of Nigerian people that comment on this matter don't know what she's doing. I'm trying to be able to bring it to the fore. And that's why she will make lies part of her statement. Things like, colonialism, I think she said one thing, we should thank the British for colonialism or something, they should not pay reparation. I think she said that.
Yeah, I remember some statements about reparation.
Yeah, she said the British should not pay reparation. After everything, the British themselves have accepted because it's a thing among the white.
I think it was for what
right-wing nationalists want. They don't want to pay reparation. They think it's a good thing. And that's why a girl that lived in VI, a woman that grew up in VI, will be citing all sorts of instances. Like, we don't get knifed in the UK. There are places I can't go in the UK, Peckham. I know a lot of people there, but our mama Masha, Peckham. See, you get knifed, Oji. The insecurity is crazy. The UK police she's talking about was not the UK police officer that raped somebody. What she will have said was to address the case of the UK police officer rather than coming back to the Nigerian police. I'm not saying this, and you see the delusion a lot of people also have is they get me wrong. They say, is Kemi not saying the truth? Yeah, they think that the truth. I'm not saying you don't speak the truth, but situate it properly. That's what Kemi is not doing. Secondly, she made another fallacy by saying she doesn't have anything in common with the North. She's a lying person. She lies too much. Go and check. You know a lot about languages. Are we not in the same core language group? The Benue Congo core language group? So according to language and language classification, you have something in common with them. Secondly, she also made another fallacy by saying, you can't say, okay, I'm directly Yoruba and not want to identify with Nigeria, because this is the country that bet you. Secondly, she also made another fallacy by saying the people of the North are our ethnic enemies. They are never our ethnic enemies. We don't have any ethnic enemies in this country. You might have disagreements with people from other parts of the country, even your fellow Yorubas, but it doesn't mean you're ethnic enemies. And that's why I think the Nigerian government should write the British government about Kemi Badenoch. It is messages like this that spur irredentist and divisive nature. People like Lagospedia, these are the ones carrying this mantra. And they are spewing like happened in the last election. Because when you have to say things like this, you forget this was the same narrative they were spewing in the 60s during the Civil War, when the October massacre happened, when people were killed in Kano. This was the same narrative. So that's incitement, and that's what we should write about. And lastly, please, nobody's saying Kemi should not point out our experiences, but we're saying situate it properly. Every nation in the world, if I have to also write my experience about the UK, it's not that good. But she's not situated it properly because she wants to say these things to make the right-wing people love and support her for election gains. It's not my business if Kemi becomes prime minister or not. Agola Butete, she will do a tenure or two and leave there in the end. But it's the damage she will have given and the way she will have emboldened people with all sorts of racial confirmation bias that I'm scared about in the country.
My own side there, now the individual level, how it will affect you, how it will affect me. When we come up from this country, say, go do holiday, travel out, go relocate. Now the stereotype, how they affect me. Me, I dey take am personal on individual level. Because if you don't stay outside this country, or you don't travel, you see the stereotype, the way they look down on us, that is what I want to take on in this class. The first issue is discrimination, okay? Increased prejudice in daily interactions. they go dey look down on you. Challenges in job applications due to biases. People go see your CV all because you are from Nigeria. Maybe the person don dey forget about that country. A popular figure come remind us say that country na dead country. E no go affect Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello get money na anywhere wey wan enter go enter. E no go affect President Tinubu. E no go affect them. Na me and you. Another one is travel and visa issues. When popular figure talk like this, enhanced scrutiny at border controls. Say you wan cross to enter a country all because you are from Nigeria. They see the doubt whether the country maybe e don dey better. They want popular figure like this come talk put say that country is dead. It go affect you. I'm telling you the truth. Straighter visa policies or deniers. You go go embassies, they go not deny you. We not talk say we dey good though. That my papa and mama they naked dance for inside compound. No be say I'll come go outside because they tell people say now so we be. Nobody send a message, okay? On professional life, reduce job opportunities internationally, okay? Bias in employment or business deals. You are perfect, though, you are qualified, though, but because of that statement, when person don't make about your country, forget about it. Another one I be social dynamics, social isolation in all countries. You go see people will avoid you. If Kemi if talk and say they're no good, or be say she's from there, now lie she lie. You not be like she lie, abi? I beg. People go they avoid you. They avoid you. You don't know why they avoid you. You get the point now. Potential hostility or negative treatment from locals. Outside the country, I saw Korokoro how I go see Chinese they push Daki. Say African man do something bad, they go rush and mob, kill him because of that negative perception. Then you go see person like Kemi called the amplifier. Seriously, it's not palatable. Okay? Another one I be personal safety. Increased risk of threats of physical aggression towards you from that country. Whether you are from Ghana, you are from another country, say a popular person for your country caught something like this, it will affect you negatively. Concerns about safety in foreign countries, okay? Because they look at you as a useless person. Mental health, feelings of shame or identity crisis. Go dey feel less of human. Because me now as a person, I dey proud. If you like, make you be big. I know you can say you did the same role with me. Be Dangote, I no send you. So somebody call they look less because say one person because you don't get privilege. Because they say, now who are you? Who you be? Forget that thing. Impact on personal well-being and self-esteem. Will they reduce your value as a man, as a person, or because of say person they castigate your country? Because when it throws stone at Nigeria, it's all of us. So make sure they attack politicians. They attack them directly. They measure their names. The political parties measure their names. Tell the world say these people they don't spoil that country. This one. Not to say Nigeria that place, a very working place like that. Everybody where they that country. Actually, they rubbish. Cultural identity, struggle with natural pride, need to defend or distance from national identity. You go say, I no be Nigeria. I don't see many Nigerians outside the country. They go say they are from Ghana. This one will say I'm from Cote d'Ivoire. They go don't go there still collect their passport. Go say I'm from Togo. But if you not talk, you know say this one is Nigeria. All because of this like this, okay? Educational impact. Biases in academic admissions and experiences. Challenges in obtaining scholarship or study abroad opportunities. Now so it be. They go they avoid you now like a mad person. Like a madman. Me, I go support them. They attack politicians. No be say, well, they rubbish the entire country. Who say now? What did she be say? I'll becoming the head of conservative party. They put food on my table. Face your life now, not this point my own. Get the point now. Hey, me, I don't talk. No say I first talk last time. Some people say they don't pay you. You don't join them. Oh, I dey fight for myself. Oh. Something where go affect me personally when I dey outside the country. Me, I no go take that lightly. Make we listen to Asha Yusuf.
This story, for me, like I did in some of my tweets, because I know how when it comes to issue of some people, they just feel, oh, your opinion must align with the crowd at all times. Sorry, I am not one who looks around and say, what is the crowd saying? Let me say it so that I will align with the crowd. No, I say, if the crowd aligns with me, fine and good. It doesn't align with my thoughts, fine and good. I don't have any issue with it. This is what I've said, and I'm going to explain it here once again. First of all, everything is about context. You understand? There are times where should we talk about, because I see a lot of people coming to say, what she said, is it not true about, Nigerian police? Is it not whatever? There are times where, oh yeah, that story will work. Here, what was the relationship? You were asked, do you trust the Nigerian police? Focus and talk about the Nigerian. Do you trust the British police? Focus and talk about your British police. Not to come and tell us that, oh, because you had experience in that. So your experience in Nigeria, is that the reason why you should trust them or not trust them or lower the bar for them or whatever? I went to UK with my children 14 years ago to spend Christmas in UK and New Year and all of that. I would do it now. with the reported crime increase in crime rate. And then the headlines say, oh, Nigerian police, instead of protecting, they steal from the people instead of protecting the citizens. Okay, well, the same thing with British police. We've had people, British police that have been found to do unspeakable things. Like recently, we had one that raped and strangled. I think whether he raped and strangled her, again, I even put the links. I know people don't receive the link. So we don't say that British police they rape citizens instead of protecting them. Does that not suffice? And then she comes like, oh, that Nigerians are poor, they are this thing, they are whatever. We had an election the other day. The same UK, Kemi, the same party that she's from, Kemi immediately supported the rigging that happened. To the extent, their High Commissioner came out to tell us about how the election was fair and clinical. In short, I remember doing a video, I went after her. I said, your own country, people are not killed when they do election, but people are killed, and then you come, you're supporting also all sorts of things. Half of the time, people steal our money here. They take it there. They get enabling environment from countries like UK and other countries where they store this money. Can you stop allowing our leaders loot our wealth and store it in your place? If that wasn't happening, nobody would be calling Nigeria and poverty in the same sentence. You won't call Nigeria and poor in the same sentence. You sit down there, they steal our money, they take it out to you, and then later you be like, oh, we are returning some millions to you. Millions you are returning without interest, without nothing, after you've used it in your country to the advantage of your own country. And then you now come and be telling us all sorts of things. Like I said before, context is everything. Any small thing can Nigeria bring it in Nigeria. And you know the thing about Nigeria, that most citizens, that people love power. And anything that they see is power, or we have power, can do any nonsense and say anything and then get away because people are ready to defend and do whatever. I'm not saying it's your defense, so defend whatever you want to defend. For me, I'm going to say it as it is, as I see it. If you have a problem with that, sorry, but not sorry. Honestly. And like I said, she should move on. She said she's not Nigeria. Fine, good. It's okay. Who is begging you to be what? And I don't even know. Even the other time, what's his name? Shetima. What's your business? Kemi has no, what's the thing? She has no obligation to market Nigeria. She has no obligation to do anything. A lot of people are angry at Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria hasn't done well by them, and they have the right to be angry. I don't have a problem with that. Everybody have a right to their anger. But context is everything. For you to keep on every day insulting us, the moment one small team pass here, pass there, is to bring Nigeria in. Almost as if, she needs to bash Nigeria for her to feel good or to look good in front of the people that she's trying to impress, so that they will know that I'm not with them, I can do anything. I've said it before, but I was someone was saying that, no matter what she does, I said, look, she's a mouthpiece for a lot of people. At least by the time nobody will say racism after all she's black. Anything she does, the ones that the others cannot do because they call them out and say they have her in the room talking for her. That's her business. Let her do what she needs to do. But the part where she just sit down and be insulting people, please drop it.
You see, and so you won't tell me say they pay Asha to talk like that. They paid Rufai to talk like that. Okay, we will say listen to Pastor Toby.
United Kingdom, for example, may have a bias against him or her. But if you look at what Ms. Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the opposition in the United Kingdom, said in the commentaries about Nigeria, let me get your views on some of the things that he said. For someone who also growing up in Nigeria, you had that experience, and you've lived in the United Kingdom for a lot of years. What do you make of Ms. Badenoch's statements and commentaries about Nigeria?
I completely disagree with her statement. In 2023-2024, 78,000 bags snatched in the UK. In London and the UK alone, 78,000 phones snatched. So I disagree with this statement. And there is a very strong Nigerian black community in this nation. People who have been fighting for people like the leader of the opposition that you just mentioned, for people like her to get to that position. People like Nims Obonge, MBE, OBE, they've been fighting on the street. They were at funerals when our kids are killed in the UK. They buried kids, three kids from same parents. And we asked the question, when the community, Nigerian community, go through all these things in the UK, where are these voices? They've been fighting. The Windrush, which has to do with Jamaicans, people have been fighting before a black person of black heritage can ascend to those seats. So we cannot dissociate from where we're coming from. And we are not denying the fact that our country have issues, but we are also not as old as as advanced economy or advanced nations like Great Britain is. But we cannot say things are all dark because it's not true. We live on the street here. We know the street. We know what's going on. Do you know that prisons have more black young people than schools? So there are more young black people in prisons in the UK, in mostly mental hospitals, than we have in schools. What did Spark Nation do? We started sending people to Harvard, Cambridge. We have the highest network in Imperial College to turn the tides of these things, and they are brilliant Nigerians. So yes, our country has its own issues, but definitely not true. What the leader of the opposition is saying.
This one, they on ground with them. He talk and say, UK get problem. For her to even ascend to that place, now 5 people fight to redeem the image of where they are coming from. You enter UK, you are from Nigeria, because they look you less. He talk say, now people fight down. Fight. Because they clear that negative mindset towards Nigeria small. You can't go put fire. Lastly, See Ayo.
And I thank you for that, because I want to address people who are supporting what Kemi Badenoch says, saying she's not saying the truth. It's good, especially usually the opposition saying that they have put a lot of pressure on the government. What you don't know is that when she shapes narratives like this, when you go for a visa application, they're not going to ask you. Everything she says that is shaping the international community's view of Nigeria based on experience and the leverage she has as leader of the opposition would affect the way that you as a Nigerian are being perceived. And that's why you should fight for your country.
Absolutely.
You might not like the way that the government is, but let me tell you something. It doesn't remove you the way that everybody sees you. So if they see one person as a thief, best believe that when you go for an application or you go and speak anywhere else, they're looking at you as a thief. And that's why a lot of people spend money to manage the image of their nations. It's not because nations are perfect. Like we said, if you look at the UK and people who live in the UK and experiences we've had, whether with the police or whether with the people, we don't come out and be speaking like this. But they never denigrate. And that's why I'm very ashamed when people are saying, no, she's saying the truth, keep on putting fire on them. It's a shame to this nation that no matter how much hate you have, whether for the government or for yourselves, you are happy that your own heritage. You have only one nation. You have only one heritage. It is Nigeria. You cannot run away from it. If they insult Nigeria, they insult you everywhere you go. And I'm so proud of Anthony Joshua. This is the kind of narrative that we should hear. Also, I hope he also reflects the kind of personal leader that Kemi would be. Divisive and willing to speak against and cause ethnic tensions in order to drive home her agenda. There's no difference between her and Joshua. The only difference is that she's black is white. They are doing the same thing in principle in terms of saying that we are better than you. I am better than you.
I would also join APC. See, if we see truth, then we will talk. Okay? Because last time, so many insult, attack, they worry you, you disappoint us. You were from Germany, they blast the government. She's not blasting government. She's corny. Na corny person. If you put the correct lenses, you go say this woman na corny person. Just dey navigate. I would rather pay with my people than for only me to climb. I go stay there. If you want to attack, she attack the politician. The money where they don't loot, put for UK, which they pursue. Any small opportunity, tell them say, when I become the prime minister, all the money where they don't loot from Nigeria, I'm returning it. Now they will know say she really care about Nigeria. She no will return her. Asana say the money where they don't loot, put for UK. Say if you become the next prime minister, are you going to return the money? She go say no, because Conservative Party, they no want hear that one. She they speak their mind. They use her, they speak their mind. Because if now you both make this statement now, everywhere will not catch fire. Because she na black, she they still say, I am a willy true. She no love Nigerians, so she they fight for her personal, selfish, whatever.
Well, I hope Kemi Badenoch borrows a leaf from Anthony Joshua.
My name is Anthony Oluwafemi Olasheni Joshua. And like many of you here, I'm a child of the Commonwealth. I was born in Watford, and my heritage is Nigerian. I come from the Yoruba people, who are the largest, and some might say the loudest, ethnic group in all of Africa. I am proudly Nigerian, and I'm proudly British, and I join a long line, perhaps too long to count, of UK citizens of Commonwealth origin who've made enormous contributions to this great multicultural society of ours. Like me, so many children of the Commonwealth have two homes, two identities, two cultures, and two ways of viewing the world. Some even have more than two. These days, we hear so much about division and difference that some might be tempted to see that as a bad thing. But on the contrary, it's a beautiful thing, a thing to be celebrated and cherished, and a great source of peace and stability. I feel opportunity should be there for the taking, along with hard work, dedication, and perseverance, regardless of one's background. In the same way boxing gave me the opportunity and framework to become Olympic champion, Commonwealth champion, and now into heavyweight champion of the world. But I ask myself, what does the Commonwealth really mean? The second part of that word is key for me. A united common future could create opportunities for our Commonwealth cousins. So, here's to fish and chips, and a goosey soup and pounded jam, to the UK and Nigeria, and to the children of the Commonwealth. Thank you very much for listening.
You don't see her now. What do you think about this matter? Drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Press the notification bell so that next time when I drop the next video, you'll be notified. Thank you.